Tomcats, you're missing your litter box. You're just taking a dump wherever you want. Is that how this is going? Leaving landmines for me? So now I can continue working on the electrical, get that all tidied up. I still got the fan relay to wire in. This is the fuel pump relay. There'll be a couple wires that I cut off somewhere. That'll be for the fuel pump coming off the main harness. And then I got brake switch, backup lights. I can worry about the check engine later. I don't need the AC request of the speedo. And right here's the fuel pump power wire. And then this wire here's the backup lights. And once that's taken care of, I can start tidying up the wiring. So I got my fuel pump control wire here. Just need to roughly route it where it's gonna sit. And I know it's gonna go up and over there. So give or take, chop her off right there. I'm just gonna leave the fuel pump circuit disconnected for now until I'm ready for that testing phase. What I am gonna do right now is get rid of that Scotch lock. I believe that's my backup light that I tied into, and properly solder in some connections. These things are quick and dirty, but they can also be a nightmare as well. I'm just gonna cut it. I've had this roll of solder for probably over a decade, and I'll probably have it till I die. This last piece is pretty thick. It's gonna take a while for the solder to be able to go right through it. One of the things I'm doing is I'm replacing all my lights for LED, so I'm probably gonna have to get some sort of thing for the flasher. So, lights are in LEDs. I use nut certs and all those, or riv nuts. If you could see them in there, and I anti-seized them with copper coat, so I hope I don't regret that later. So hook up the negative. See what happens. So, turn on the lights. How many people noticed that I had the lens covers on upside down when it clearly says top right there? That looks a lot better. Tail lights are in. 3 more wiring circuits to go. So close, getting so close. Tomcats, I got a new TV. Do you approve? Do you approve of the TV? I know you don't like change. I know. Tomcats, I don't think kitties are supposed to be in the bag. You might suffocate. What are you doing in there? Are you trying to be invisible? Well, hello, my old friend. We meet again. Welcome, everybody. It's another weekend working on the Jeep. I'm gonna continue doing the wiring, see how far that kind of takes us. Little late getting out to the garage, just kind of feeling a little off today. It's been extremely warm, and when the Chinooks come in, you get like a migraine, and I just feel blah. But that being said, earlier in the week, from a coworker, picked up a sweet deal on something I didn't really need, but for the price, I couldn't pass it up. Which is like brand new almost, hardly even used, $25. Works like a charm. Looked it up on Amazon. It was $100 brand new in the case, so it'll come in handy for some projects like cutting metal, and that might make things a little easier instead of using a cutoff tool. It's one of the things I'm gonna work on right now is to wire the backup lights in to the LS harness. That should be, this wire I pulled out before was for the backup lights. I got this from the transmission range sensor. And then there's a green one right here, says backup lights. So theoretically, the Jeep needs 12 volts to power the backup light. So I'm going to assume that when I put the transmission in reverse, that green wire for the backup light should become live. I don't have the battery connected right now because I leave everything disconnected when I'm not working in the garage, but I got the computer plugged in. Fuel pump relay is off because I don't want to pressurize the fuel system yet while I'm testing all the electrical. So let's see what's gonna happen. Now, if you guys have been following my channel for a while, you'll know that the Power Probe is by far my favorite tool to use. And if you're thinking about getting any kind of tool like this, I highly recommend the Power Probe because it is so useful. And once you have one, you'll wish you would have bought one a long time ago. So the green one says backup light. So I'm just going to thread that in, pinch it, hook up the Power Probe to it. And theoretically, if I turn the ignition on, go underneath. So on my transmission, if I go in reverse, upstairs or under the hood, it should beep. Whoops, too far. There we go. So now theoretically, those two wires are connected. Same thing. Turn the ignition on, go underneath, put it in reverse, the backup light should come on. Now, if I'm doing this style connector with just one wire, I always loop it and put a double wire in there as backup. I mean, there's no sense wasting that extra hole. Might as well just have the same power feed go through both. And there we have it. That wire is done and in. That's taken care of. I gotta go on a quick road trip now to pick something up that I ordered online. Adding more tools to my garage that I don't have space for. I haven't even busted out that, what do you call it? Bead roller yet. The bead roller's still in the box alongside the exhaust tube. Should probably check the oil in the old Ford. Every year this truck seems to start using more and more oil. I always use AMSOIL in it too. But I was running low, I picked up this crap. Superstore, I shouldn't say crap. Mobil 1 is actually pretty good oil. See if I can dump that in there without spilling it. It's not quite a full liter. I need to do an oil change in this old turd too. Sucks about this is that it's mid-afternoon, so getting down there is probably going to be traffic city. And they're not open Sundays, otherwise I just go down Sunday morning. That was on sale right now. $1,199. I got a fabricated stand for it yet and everything else, but for that deal I couldn't pass it up. There's a lot of things I need to fabricate and future projects, so that's definitely going to come in handy along with everything else in my shop if I need to get back to work on the Jeep and do some more electrical. First thing I want to do is make sure everything is there. That is a 1-inch die. guy said everything came in 2 boxes. Okay, there's the degree wheel. I wasn't sure about that. Must be all the pins and stuff. Okay. Oh yeah. I was gonna say for a second I should powder coat these, but it looks like they already are. Now this one here should have the hydraulic cylinder. That's probably the only thing in the box. Yep. Can't believe this thing is frickin' fortune. So there is no easy one wire hookup. Hopefully I can use that wire and possibly hook up to a relay and have 12 volts constant and then trigger it and then break it. We'll see. So next thing I want to test is this plug system right here. See if there's a live power source on there full time. Our ignition on. This is the evap. It'll probably have power on. Let's turn the ignition back on and retest those plugs. Because this plug was never used. But I wonder what it was for, if there's any power on any of it. No. Nothing. Nothing. What about the evap? Yeah. I can essentially use that for ignition on wire. This plug right here, unfortunately, I don't know what it does. Where it would have been hooked up to in the original system. It's nice about same day delivery with Amazon. Order and come in. It's a little heavy duty for what I need, but it'll work for the torque converter lockup. Now we're talking. Completely waterproof. Won't have to worry about these getting ruined by water. Well, Mr. Dom Gats, is this what that giddy life is? Is it? You want some chin scooches? You're just passed out there. I know. I know. You trying to bite me? You trying to bite me? Dom Gats. Alright, in simple math, I could draw a schematic, but some people are confused by that. To keep it simple, we're going to go wire by number. Most people can understand that. Ground will go on 86. 12 volt when the brake is pressed will go 85. When the brake isn't pressed, there won't be any voltage. 12 volt hot when ignition is on. Not 12 volt hot from the battery. 12 volt hot when the ignition is on. 87A. And then 30 will go to TCC brake. And that wire must see 12 volts with the ignition on until braking, and then it's 0 volts. Let's plug the power probe back in. So now with everything hooked up right, when I turn the ignition on, it'll be 12 volts power. Now let's see if this is gonna work. So there we have it, 12 volts. Now, in case you guys haven't noticed yet, I love to use these connections, the Deutsch, so I'm going to test right now for power and make sure that the function works and be good to go. The audible signal will tell me power on, braking power, yeah. We are good. And of course it's plugged into the brake switch. One last circuit to worry about, just the fan, and of course the check engine I can always add afterwards. Now I need to do the fan, and I bought this relay, but I'm not going to use it because it's not waterproof. So I'm going to use one of the waterproof relays I got. And I don't like this circuit breaker because it's exposed. That came with the kit. So I ordered another circuit breaker, or a couple, that are enclosed in rubber. So once those come in, I'll install the fan. But in the meantime, we're going to talk about fucktard of the week. And by fucktard of the week, I mean if you're trying to sell something, wouldn't you want to show some pictures of your actual Jeep instead of just posting window shots? How is somebody supposed to know what you're trying to sell? I don't understand the logic in these people. And I'd commented, wouldn't it be wise if a person wants to sell something, perhaps show actual pictures of the Jeep? Now seriously, how fucking stupid do you gotta be to post windshield shots and everybody's supposed to imagine what the fuck your Jeep is supposed to look like? So then he private messages me on Facebook and sends me some pictures saying he wants $31,900, which is, my opinion, right out to fucking lunch. And I just replied, said I wasn't interested and wouldn't pay anywhere near that price. And then he's trying to say I'm a troll. And I just had to say, hey, listen, not a troll, just stating facts. If you really think posting pictures of window shots trying to sell your Jeep, quit fucking dreaming. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. I'm going to end the video here. I got a bunch of things I got to do. No motherfucking beer time because I got to head out tonight. So, I'll see you guys in the next video. Startup is going to come very soon, hopefully. Hopefully no more issues. We've suffered enough. I just want to get this thing started and then continue on. I'll see you guys later.